Ah. Da. Pardon me. So, email. Now, live chat. Come on, what's the matter with this? Oh, can anybody hear me? My chat is gone. Wait a minute. Stay there. Am I still getting chat? New. Right, give me a minute. Right. That way. Right. Hey, Scott. Hello, Dave. Give me sure. Just stop by say hello. Okay. Hey, you hear me? Right. Okay. I've got chat back. So what do you think I sent you, Dave? I think that was I think that was what do you call it? Interesting. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm starting a wormery. And if you still don't know what that is, it is basically I'm growing my own bait. No, I'll forget about that. So I was playing this last night. I was given a penalty, and then the game crashed. So I'm now back to the start. Don't ask me why I chose, what do you call it, New Zealand, but New Zealand are my international team. I'm just hoping to get fired from them. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. So yeah, grow my own bait. Plus, it saves on. It saves. Putting it the food bin, like potato peelings and whatever else. Hello, Auntie Betty. So yeah, worms are very, very intelligent creatures. They're not allowed anything oily because apparently it hurts their skin because their skin is like our eyeballs. Um, so oil, salt, should I say, oil, salt, and strict, very strict acidic foods. They can have apple, but very small amounts. Um, but yeah, um, like pear, check. Bananas, check. Um, so yeah, they thrive in conditions of temperatures between 10 to 20 degrees. So they're actually eating at the moment a yellow pepper and a red pepper, and they're balled up in it. So the only problem is with the pepper is that outside are you raising what we call night crawlers? Dendrobina worms, which are a European night crawler. So yeah, Dendrobina is the most common. I think is the most common um, form of worm. There's so many, but I can't. I can't remember exactly how many species there are. I know there's red wrigglers. I know there's Dendrobina worms. I know there's lob worms, which are like the ones that are in basically what do you call them? They're like very deep in the soil. They're the big fat juicy ones. Lob worms. They are they're the ones that do all the rooting are like deep down in the soil. To get them, I mean, you could put a carpet down and they'd be underneath it to basically give them shelter. But at the same time, it's like these ones range from. I did a size chart. Now there is like the odd big one. When I say big, I'm only like talking like approximately about 3 inches. But in the right environments, and lay an egg, which is like called a cocoon. Each cocoon can hatch out between 2 and 22 brand new worms. So yeah, I mean, I've been looking at it and looking at it. I went, well, wait a minute here. I can save money. So if they survive, right, then I'm going to get a proper wormery. But what I've got just now, they are in 3 boxes. The top one is for feeding. The top one's for feeding, and the top one's for feeding. The middle one is if they get cold, they can borrow down into the second layer, and then I can reverse it. And then I can put the middle layer on top and use that as a feeder. So it's a process, but it's going to save me money in the long run, a lot of money. Because for what I found out today, I think it's like $350 or $375 per tub, and each tub is different. So the first tub I opened had 42 worms, and the second tub I opened had 45. So it's 87 worms, and the ideal thing for worms, for more worms that you need, you you start off between 100 to 150 of them. Under carpets usually ain't that big. Some of them can be massive, and I've seen them myself. They are like proper thick and big and juicy ones. The ones across here are pretty big. So yeah, I've been studying this for a while. So I think I'm just okay. I've got 87 worms, but the boxes I've got them in, I think is enough to get this started. And in the right environments, they can they can last a lifetime of 2 to 3 years. So I'm really excited to see how far I can get this wormery to kick off. I mean, it's something different. It's something different. Okay, for personal use, only for or well, it depends really, because say if I want to go fishing, right? For each time that I go fish, I'm taking, what do you call it? At least 100 worms. Because you think about it. If a trout takes a worm, and brown trout have got very sharp teeth. So if you use the worm that's got like a longish tail, so that's when you get shredded off. So then that worm is then as good as cooked, right? As goosed. So you put another worm on, well, that worm can wriggle off the hook. So then you'd be like, well, good. So you can go through a lot of worms. So, I mean, if I take 100 worms with me, and if they get to a size where I'm hoping to that be long enough, then I can split them in half. And then I can get a little bit more out of one worm. That's my theory. That's the theory. So, I mean, I've seen worm race for £18 my money, which, if this works out as a trial run, and I'm good at it, then the thing is, depending on how many worms I can actually get out of this original 87, I could be looking at, well, they're saying on Google that 1.6 is it 1.6 cocoons, right? So this is in a week. A worm can lay an egg up to 7 to 10 days. That cocoon then can hold up to 2 to 22 worms. So, for a business opportunity, maybe, depending on who wants to buy worms. That's the thing. Well, I'm hoping, Scott. I mean, the thing is, it's not rocket science. It's it's a bit. I know it's like time consuming, but the last thing I want to do is put them in the fridge, because then if they're cold, things it's like they slow down, right? They thrive in a temperature of 10 to 20 degrees. So the higher up the temperature, the more active they're going to be. The lower the temperature, they're going to be lethargic. So sticking worms in a fridge to go fishing for the next day sounds like a great idea. But the time that they're going to go on a hook, okay, they might be wriggling and whatever else, but they're still going to be lethargic. So it depends. It really does depend on how much you feed them. They adore cardboard, brown cardboard. They adore that. That as long as it's soaking wet. Because the thing is, when cardboard's soaking wet, it's like saturated, and they love things that are in damp environments. And plus, it's easier for them to basically digest cardboard when it's saturated. So I mean, I haven't just gone in with this. I haven't gone in blind. I mean, that's the last thing I've done. I haven't gone in blind, but I'm definitely saving money. The cartons are usually in the cooler in the bait shops. Never thought about the temperature reaction. Yeah, I mean, it's like us humans, Scott, right? So if we go outside and it's very cold, we try and pile on as much clothing as we can to keep ourselves warm. When you're cold and you're sitting doing nothing, you're losing heat. You're not wanting to move. You're basically, it's like lethargic. You're trying to like keep as much warmth without trying to like move. Even though that the when you start moving, you build up a sweat, whatever else, right? If you're always on the go, but if you're sitting and you're doing nothing, you get cold. You, you just basically try to conserve as much energy as you can. It's different in the summertime because in the summertime it's warm. You want to get out and go do things, and you are more active. It's like having a rainy day. Now, if it's rain and cold, you don't want to do nothing because it's miserable, and you just like, why do I need to go out in that? If you know what I mean. This way, if they're in an environment where it's warm and you get more active. That's the way that it's it's a weird combination of things. I mean, if you've got snow, right? So say you've got bitterly cold conditions, I wouldn't want to be outside. I'd be rather snuggled up under a blanket and hibernate, which is pretty much what worms do. They hibernate when they're too cold. They just don't want to do nothing. But one thing I'll definitely say, and here is a very good fact. Has any of you ever watched ER? It was called ER. It was an American hospital show. And I just Googled this as well when I was at my mum's. There's an episode and it was about the Dr. Mark Green. He was a hospital based doctor. In his own room, well, it wasn't really his own room, but the hospital staff had a room that they could basically sleep in. Well, on this episode, a woman, an elderly woman, came into the hospital. It was bitterly cold, and she had a barrel of worms. The people thought that the barrel of worms was trash. It got put outside in the bitter cold. The woman, Carol Hathaway, who's the name of the character who was dealing with this old woman, she found this barrel of worms, brought the barrel back inside the hospital, and put an electric blanket around the barrel to heat them up. All the worms survived because they went to the center of the barrel, which is where the warmest spot is. So on the outside, it'll be freezing cold, but the outside of the inner barrel is still cold. The warmest spot is actually in the middle. Well, that was one of the episodes. what was its name again? If you Google it, put in what was the episode name that had a woman with a barrel of worms, and it was on the first series. It was on the first series of ER. So yeah, the worms survived. Poor things, getting kept outside. I mean, it is phenomenal what you see getting brought into a hospital. I mean, I know some of the things across America are just like, it amazes me how a person isn't dead when they walk into an ER. Honestly, how on earth you can walk into an ER with a golf club stuck to their head and not be dead? It's phenomenal. It's like, I mean, there was some. We've got a program across here, and I don't know if they're still airing it or not. But we used to have a program across here called 24 Hours in A&E. It started off at a hospital called King's, and it's a hospital based in London.
I'm getting that one on YouTube at the moment.
King's Hospital, it's a college, and the nurses that are there and like the doctors that are there, man, they have seen some the most bizarre things that can happen in it, that people can walk into ER with. It's like an E&E department, so you got like the accidents and emergencies. One of the episodes I watched, because of gang crime across here are skyrocketed through the roof, people in London carry knives on them. They're not supposed to. It's actually against the law to carry any lethal weapon on you across here. But in gangland England, especially like so London and Birmingham, wherever else, especially London, there was a guy, coloured guy. He had to lie on his stomach and he was wheeled in by ambulance, and there was a filling knife basically from his left buttock going up towards his spine. He was stabbed.
I've watched that one.
Right?
On YouTube. Right?
No, we've watched it on TV at the old house.
Yeah, but I've also seen it on
YouTube. He was stabbed by a group of, well, basically a bunch of gang members, and they left the knife on him. How on earth that can happen is just beyond me. A folding pocket knife. See, this is where it gets. I mean, where does the law stop being stupid, right? A pen knife is what? Between 2 to 3 inches. Approximately. In size. I'm on about the blade size. It's between like 2 to 3 inches. If you hit someone with that blade, even though it might not look like long, you can kill someone. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, people don't know how. People across here, right? It's all over, really. And when I say all over, it's like from John O'Groats right the way down to Penzance. But you take your bigger cities, right? Like Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Inverness, like your bigger cities in Scotland. Glasgow has, I mean, at one point was the capital of murder of Europe. I mean, everybody just, if you looked at somebody the wrong way, you're dead. And people down in Glasgow are mental. I mean, as much as I love Glasgow, they're mental people down there. I was coming up for a trip. I was staying in Paisley. I was going through Glasgow, got off at Central Station, walking towards Buchanan Street. And I'll always remember this isn't going to leave me. In Glasgow, you've got rows of shops. Well, you'll have a block of, say, 10 shops. And you've also got flats on top of these shops. So there's always alleyways to try and basically go down for delivery trucks and whatever else, right? I walked past an alleyway and there was a white tent up. People in white suits. And I was like, and I'm looking at this. And I was like, my goodness, someone was murdered up this alleyway the night before. Probably went the same way as I did. And as much as I love Scotland, I really do. I mean, I'm Scottish, born here, and raised here. It's like I wouldn't say it's like schizophrenia. Maybe probably the word I'm looking for is bipolar, right? Scottish people are bipolar. And they'll say, oh, no, I'm not. What you're seeing across in the States at the moment, right, by the Tartan Army, these people have probably never been to a football match in their life, right? And this is all honesty. They've never been to a football match in their life. And they've just seen America as a place to go on holiday and have a party, right? Because Scotland's in the World Cup. The likes of me who have been to football games, I've been to Celtic Park, the biggest stadium in Scotland. And for anybody to tell me differently, please tell me. I've been inside Celtic Park. The crowd there is mental. For the size that you see from being inside the stadium, you look around you and you're like, wow. It's awesome when you're inside, but when you come out, you're like, where did all these people come from? And it's just like, it's a party within itself, especially if you win. Many times I went, we won. I've only been to one Celtic game where we lost. And thank goodness it was a friendly match, because it just did not really make no sense anyway. But for what you see with the Tartan Army that are across there, I mean, I know some of them, not them all. I know about a handful that I've seen through Facebook that are across there. It's shown how much Scotland cares about every place that we go to. But when you're here, it's like, it's just like another day. You know what I mean? It's like Groundhog Day. It's the same thing every day. See the same people, whatever else. It's only when It's only when you've seen people that are on Facebook like, oh, hear all the stories when he comes back. And you could be standing there talking for hours with him, can? Oh, how was the trip and all the rest of it? This is how mental Scotland fans are, right? Now, as I say, Celtic is my club, right? It really is my club. Celtic is my number one football club, and I will support them to the day I die. I mean, I'm wearing a Celtic top just now. The one thing that hurt me most than anything from watching what I've seen across the pond, two Celtic fans were walking through the Tartan Army wearing Celtic tops. Two Celtic fans that probably stay in America. They're probably Irish that stay across there and were wearing Celtic tops and were booed going through this crowd. My mate Dave's in chat saw it. I saw it. And I'm sitting here still shaking my head like, why did they do it? Right? So this is my argument here. Is it alright for Hearts fans to wear a Hearts top across there? Nothing said. There was one guy spotted on Facebook wearing an Arbroath top. Nothing said. But as soon as you wear green and white, you're a bad cunt. Sorry for my fucking language, but this is true. You're a bad person. You should not be wearing Celtic coloured stuff when you're at a Scotland game. And yet, there's a guy wearing a Celtic top inside Fenwick baseball ground, Boston Red Sox's baseball ground. Nothing was ever said to him. Nothing. So, where's the justice in that? Why boo two people for wearing a Celtic top and that's the issue I've got with Tartan Army. As much as I'm Scottish, that's the only issue that I've got, because when you go abroad, right, you go abroad to Spain, Italy, Turkey, anywhere, right? You name it, anywhere. As soon as you're wearing a Celtic top, there'll be somebody else wearing a Celtic top, and they'll be like, oh, how are you getting on, bud? Just have a conversation with you. Ah, there's a guy from Scotland. I need to go talk to him just to say hello. Right? That part is true. What I just said is true. You can go anywhere abroad, and if you put on a Celtic top, there's going to be someone that will be a Celtic fan in that, without you even knowing about it. And like, who are you? Oh, but you support Celtic, and there you go, boom, you've made a new mate. That's what I love about football. When you go abroad, as soon as you wear your national top, it's like, well, who are you? What team's that? Where are you from? Oh, you're from Scotland. And then you're asking yourself questions then. Then people just ask you everything about Scotland. As soon as you go with a Celtic top on, it's like, one or two. It isn't me. Oh, easy me. Thank you. Have you still got your wrench? Is Daisy May still blue? Yeah, you're still blue. Hi. So yeah, Daisy May, I'm trying something new. I've started a wormery. I've now got 87 pet. I've got 87 pet worms, which will be growing up to be drowned. So yeah, you'll have a token, you should, Daisy May. You might have a token to hand over. I know you've just rejoined, but you should have a token. Yeah, Daisy May's mum. I can't say the song because then I'm going to get that's bad. I don't know. Does it not say milestone? Does it not say milestone? You go to the same place where you just went and did that. I haven't forgotten about you, Daisy. I've never forgotten about you. But yeah, this is the news. News is I'm starting a wormery. With 8, so these fan bases are fighting well in the USA. They're not fighting. There's 2 Celtic fans that walked through Boston wearing club colours were booed. Nothing happened to them. The one thing I will say, though, that I have been keeping tabs on, you know, when you're on Facebook, I don't know if anybody of you are, right? But I get a lot of things from all the good things that have happened in Boston. What I don't get is why England fans did what they did in Texas, especially in Dallas. Now, us Scots have been to us Scots arrived in Boston and turned Boston into basically a sister city to Glasgow. Every statue has a cone on its head, right? We drunk Boston dry in 4 days, right? It took us Scotland fans to drink 55 barrels, 55 kegs of beer. Now, each keg is meant to hold. Now, let me get this straight here. Let me get this straight because I don't want to be sound like an idiot. Apparently, each keg is meant to hold 16,000 pints. I think.
I don't know.
Can someone Google this just in case I'm sound like a prat? Anyway, I don't know how many pints are in a keg. It's a lot of drink, right? A keg is a lot. Their basketball team is the Boston Celtics. See, I'm a Red Sox fan. When it comes to playing baseball, I'm a Red Sox fan. There's a connection between the Scottish and the Boston Red Sox. I don't know what it is, but the majority of Scots support Boston Red Sox. Now, Boston Celtics, as you say about the basketball team, they play in green, the same colour as my football team across here. So where the Boston Red Sox, I don't know where the thing stems from. I don't know, right? I don't. But there's something. There's some connection. Now, as I said about Dallas, England fans turned up to Dallas for a football game and decided to start a fight. There's a guy in a wheelchair who did nothing wrong. He was inside this bar, whatever you want to call it, and the England fans basically bullied him, started a fight, and one big burly Texan got a hold of one of the England fans and pinned him down on a citizen's arrest while inside the pub. Or was it outside the pub? It's in the pub vicinity. A woman screamed out and said, "What are you doing? Do you not know that the police here can shoot you?" Now, I'm not saying it will happen or if it's going to happen, but one thing I will say, if anybody from anywhere out with the States, if you start shit, then you should be held accountable for your own actions. And believe me, the police across the States are not to be fucked with. I have seen too many videos on YouTube. I have seen what police can do in America. And it's brutal. One of the guys that I constantly watch on YouTube, the civil rights lawyer, shout out to him. The civil rights lawyer, you see what he deals with. I mean, he's had to deal with lawsuits for a cop killing people. When the guy, the person that they're trying to detain or at least speak to, walked away from them, got shot him. Could you imagine the media across here, well, especially in England? England fan shot dead by American cop. It would go through the roof. And the thing is, that story, and because we'd get it here too, because we're bolted on the same piece of land, we'd get that story.
It's not by choice either.
It's not exactly. It's not by choice. It's forced upon us, right? We would never hear the end of that story until
doomsday.
You're like, the cop's done this to this fan. It would be dragged out for years, and then it would dimmer down, and then boom, it resurface when the cop goes to the court and whatever else. And like, my goodness, could you imagine what we Scots would have to go through if anything was to happen to an England fan? I mean, I'm saying this now. I hope it doesn't, but just imagine if it did, we wouldn't hear the end of it. But and this is how bad the media are across here, right? The mainstream media. If anything was to happen to the Tartan Army, brushed aside, under the carpet, don't talk about it. It's just a Scotsman. It's just a Scotswoman. Doesn't matter. It's a Scottish person. Forget about it. Leave them alone. Bury it. Do not tell the media. Just leave it alone. It'll be a hush hush. That's how corrupt the media is here. Mainstream media I'm on about. I mean, myself, I'm an independent YouTuber. Nothing comes to me, right? No sponsors come to me. Nothing. I am doing this off my own back. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Nada. I give my opinion to you guys who watch. But if I state something that's a fact, and then if someone like that, why are you arguing? It's a fact. It's mental. Honestly, it's bonkers. Earlier on, before I did my live stream, right? I'm flicking through YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook. Now, I know that Miss Daisy, I'm hoping that she might still be in chat. I don't know. Right? But Daisy May is in Florida. For anybody who's followed the Tartan Army from Scotland to Boston, already knows if there's a statue, it's going to get the Glasgow treatment. Regardless, it's going to get the Boston treatment that already happened in Glasgow when George Wellington got a traffic cone on top of his head. Now, if there's a statue in Miami, I guarantee you, it will already have a traffic cone on its head. Deal with it. It's not my choice. It's Scotland's choice. Does every statue deserve to have a cone on top of its head? You damn right it does. Does it make the statue look better? You damn right it does.
Put it this way, the only one I don't think has had a statue is the one in Trafalgar Square in London. Try and get up to that one, you'd have a...
The Haggis have managed to put traffic cones on one of the biggest statues in Boston. The Haggai managed to put a cone on top of the biggest statue in Boston. Now, let's flip this on its side here for a minute, right? For any Scotland fans, if there is a chance that you go to Philadelphia, right, when you get to Pennsylvania and you go to Philadelphia, and I think Sylvester Stallone would appreciate it by putting a traffic cone on top of Rocky Balboa's head. I think that would be top class, in my opinion. Does Rocky get... That's what I'm saying. If there's going to be a game in Philadelphia and the Scotland fans have got to go to Philly, then I think Rocky should get a cone on top of his head. And I think Sylvester Stallone would see the funny side of it, because for anybody in the high caliber right places knows what the Tartan Army's like. It's like going from home, right? We treat each place like it's our own. I mean, I've already seen a video earlier. A guy tried to put a cone on top of a statue. The police basically honked his horn to basically say, please remove that cone. I'm thinking, come on, man. We're here for a party. Because the motto is, no Scotland, no party. Correct? Anybody in chat? No Scotland, no party. Are there Scotland fans across there for a party? Yes. Very much so. I've never heard of this before. I'll be watching for cones now. It all started with George Wellington in Glasgow. There's a statue. And it's dated back by a drunken person that's Scottish. Right? It happened at night time. The guy was drunk. He got a cone, climbed up the George Wellington statue in Glasgow, and planted a cone on top of his head. Now, the cone has been removed, right? Once. And this is fact. And believe me when I say this is fact, you believe it. The Glasgow City Council got a cherry picker, right? Everybody knows what a cherry picker is. If you don't know what a cherry picker is, it is basically a vehicle. Now, there's two different vehicles you can use for a cherry picker, but it's usually like a flatbed truck with a hydraulic hoist that will lift you in a little basket to reach on things from a high height. Or you get little ones that have got four little wheels that like a trolley type of thing with a bucket lift cherry picker. Yeah, bucket lift, right? You can call it a bucket lift. Since the majority of the people that watch me are American, right? So cherry picker, basically you get ones that have got like 4 little wheels, and you just push a button and it'll go straight up, vertical. A cherry picker you can manipulate around plate things that separates. It's basically it folds into itself, and then it'll unfold when you basically go up to high places. Right? Well, anyway, Glasgow City Council got hold of a cherry picker with the person from Glasgow City Council to remove the cone. Within minutes, right? The cone came off, and within minutes, another one was erected. There you go. So it's now came to the point where George Washington will always have George Wellington will have this cone on his head in Glasgow for eternity. So, if there's a statue, it will have a cone on its head. Now, the first night in Boston, that's not me. That's not me. Man was died.
That's fucking rotten. Sorry for swearing.
That is rank. Dave, are you in chat?
That is rank as rotten. That actually smells like the you know what along the road.
That can't be the slaughterhouse.
That's what it smells like.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
That smells like dung.
No, that's what that smells like. It smells like the slaughterhouse. That is absolutely flipping rank rotten.
Is Dave still in chat? I don't care if Dave's still even here. I'm hoping he is. Man, that is rotten. That's somebody died or something.
No, that's the slaughterhouse. I remember that smell from when I've been at one of Mould Flats in Brecon.
I didn't see it being that.
That's what that is. That is absolutely flipping ranky rotten.
Oh man, 2 whiffs of that, you're a greedy bastard. Sorry for my language, but it's true. Oh man, that is rank.
That's the slaughterhouse.
That can't be a slaughter. That's got to be some slurry machine.
No, that's not slurry. That's a slaughterhouse.
Oh man. Message Dave to see if he can smell that. Now I tell you what that is. That's a sewage works. We're getting pumped out. Got some stank going on. And I tell you now, my hand on heart, I ain't farted.
I honestly thought you'd had.
And neither's Wendy. That is death, man. Somebody's definitely.
Something's crawled up somebody's arse and flipping well died.
Somebody's definitely got a rat stuck somewhere.
That is rotten. Thing is, though, folks, we've got one of our living room windows open. We've got it open since about April.
Tail end of March, beginning of April? Somewhere about April? I think so.
Round about there, and that is absolutely.
I'm trying to find if there's any tractors going about. I hear machinery going.
Yeah, because they're working on the road out by the slaughterhouse.
No, like tractor.
That's not slurry or out. That's dead carcass. Man, that's absolutely flipping well rank rotten. Mommy. Smells like someone's crawled somewhere and
definitely died.
Well and truly. Flip-a-doo.
Ooh, that's beyond chewy. That is definitely beyond chewy.
That is absolutely, Mum. What would? There's not even anything that we can spray her out that would get rid of that.
No.
Jesus, Welly.
Man. No, that's like... Man, I can't even breathe, man.
That smells like dead carcass.
That smells like somebody's basically insides of... Yeah, like that. Like that. It could be him. When his dog shouted there. Where's my shoes? No, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just going downstairs. I need to put my bare feet down there.
Stuart, you're not going out there with Gary.
I'm not going out there. I'm only going to the door. Just to go. If it's something that's died, and I'm hoping there's a fucking rat that's on that wall. If it ain't, then where's this coming from? Right, you want the news? No, I'm outside. I'm being serious. There's nothing outside. There's no smell outside. So, the only thing that did smell is coming from his house. And it's like his dog is a diary or something. And it came out his door and lifted underneath ours. Because you kind of, our doors have got a gap underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you're smelling it. It's coming from his house. Man, is that dog unwell or is that dog unwell? That is mental. So I never got to the bottom of it. France, Iran game stopped for. What stadium are they in, Dave? Do you know? So now we got to the bottom of it, of why it stinks.
See if there's any good thing on. What would be the best one for the cross there?
Well, just put in this.
Not the fucking UK, like daft Davy.
Well, I was going to say, if you did put the France-Iran game, right, what stadium is it in, then you could put it in my Nightbot.
Thing is though, if they're playing in America, it's wild. The white is the hotter it gets.
Uh-huh.
So it's banging wild across there at the moment.
So, I mean, I'm only asking what stadium they're playing in.
Who's that lot? Nothing in the UK anyway at the moment. Top end of Italy. It's got some, but not banging wild in the States. Absolutely thumping it. What teams was it, Jeff?
France-Iran.
Things of France are up 1-0.
Don't know, just turned it off. Just not over the second half. Still to go, being stopped for an hour. Wow. Well, when there's a thunderstorm across in the States, as we all know.
Well, you just showed you blitzer tongue.
Yeah.
And that is. Right, where is it? Well, that's 1990. Don't need that.
Because I'll give you an address, what stadium they're playing at. See, this is why I love Nightbot. My Nightbot tells me everything I need to know. Here's my red dot guy.
What's it say here? Philadelphia Stadium, Philadelphia.
Right. Does it have a postcode?
Don't see one at the moment, so just give me a few.
Philadelphia. It'll be 5 digits.
It's actually saying it's cloudy, 23 degrees, southeast wind at 9 miles per hour and 94% humidity.
Wow.
Next up, looking thunderstorms.
That's that smell back again. Yes. Oh. No, wait a minute here. Let me try and think. I don't know if she LP upstairs. Oh, it could be that out there.
What?
That septic tank. Or the drain to it. But being down there, I didn't smell it. Birmingham. Yeah, because there's a Birmingham across here.
Yeah, that's US. You put in the postcode.
31 degrees. It finally worked. It must not register small towns. Go on. Go on.
What?
Is there a stink coming from hers? Because that smells like it's coming down from up her house. Dave's saying, I want to know something with Jennifer. Yeah, that's where our Birmingham got its name. Ah, cool. Ah, my back. I didn't even get a single thank you for putting all the bins out, by the way. I wasn't expecting one either, but it would have been nice. Oh. Nonsense. Spot on, nothing. So what's done now?
Private message.
No, she is staying with her mother because she has to get the kids to school on time, so she has to get her mother to help her. Can't do fuck all on her own. I sure it's. I heard that. She's like, if I don't do this, I'll get the kids taken off me. Man,
Scott's got a run.
gotta run. Hope that stink problem clears up. You'll have a great night. Thanks, Scott. I mean, I don't know how it started.
I don't know. It's just like,
I mean, it was Wendy that picked up on it first. And I was like, what? And she looked at me thinking I farted. And I'm like, no,
I thought you'd honestly dropped one.
no. What
Have
is
you got any
she?
of those little candles sitting around? 'Cause those two are done. It's up there.
I've got a candle.
Didn't you like that big, one? Is there a small one?
No,
Damn it.
big one it is. Oh, wait a minute. There's one up there. Sure there is.
No, they've both done. It's up there.
No. Damn, football postponed. Bob, I'm going to say this. I'm just glad that you weren't at my live stream last night. Because I'm just glad that you weren't on my live stream last night. It was nothing bad. I'm just glad that you weren't here last night. Because I had a go at Kilmarnock. I had a go at your football club. And I apologise for it.
That was lit an hour after.
No, I've still got wax there.
Well, you got the long lighter beside you somewhere.
Oh, aye.
That's what we got that one for.
I forgot about that. How could you, lol? How could you? Because I did. And because I completely thumped Kilmarnock on a football pitch. It was embarrassing. I'm glad that you didn't see it, because I would have been public enemy number one from you, and I couldn't afford myself to come to terms of the grief that would cause, because it just would. But, Bob, I do have news. I come with news, right? I have done something. I'm proud of it, because I am going to have an endless bait supply for fishing. I bought 3 tubs, and I bought 2 tubs of worms. So I've now got 87 new pets that I am feeding at the moment. And they are going to find that they're going to love it. So yeah, I've now got an international team that I've taken charge of is New Zealand. I've started this from scratch. That must be expensive. No. I was £9 for the boxes, because I got 3 of them. They were £3 each. Basically, put holes in 2 boxes. The first box, you put bigger holes in than the bottom one. And on the middle box, I've got a layer of mesh, which then stops the worms drowning at the bottom. We'll have to upgrade that, because it's not glued down, and it should be. Then takes between 7 to 10 days for them to mate, even though that worm is a hermaphrodite. It's got both reproductive organs. You still need 2 worms.
You've got more than 2, you've got 87.
I've got 87 worms. Now, in the right conditions, and for each egg that they lay, it turns into a white cocoon, which can then hold up to between 2 and 22 worms. So for £3.50 or £3.75, I can't remember the price, right? It's one of them 2 prices. So for 2 tubs of worms, I am creating more worms. And they're already tucking in, well, have been for the last, what time are we on?
That's after midnight.
So they've been tucking into
Quarter
these.
past midnight.
So they've been tucking into the worms for about 9 hours. The worms have been tucking into a red bell pepper and a yellow bell pepper. So, yeah, they're devouring it. Then once they've done with that, I mean, I've also got cardboard in there because they love cardboard. That's as long as it's soaking wet, because worms thrive in moist conditions. They hate being drowned. Yeah, for fishy. So yeah, I am making my own bait. I'm growing my own bait. And when the worms get to a certain size, then I'm going to have to transfer them to a bigger tub and do the whole process all over again. So the bigger ones, as in the adult ones, they will go to the fish. The smaller ones will stay and grow bigger and reproduce and grow bigger. And then they go to the fishy. And then, yeah, it's just that life cycle now. So yeah, why not? I'm doing one thing better than what Terry B. At least I'm drowning real worms on like his.
No.
What do you call it? What's his thing? Oh yeah, lizard.
No.
In fact, I tell you what it was, Bob. The reason being that I didn't want you being on the live list. I battered Kilmarnock 20 something nothing. I battered Kilmarnock 22. Was it, or was it even more? Was it 24? It was some mad record. Battered them. It was a rugby score. Well, there was. I think I can't remember if it was at Celtic Park or was it a rugby park. I can't remember. But it was yeah. That's what it was. I couldn't have you in my life stream. I haven't seen that result. I mean, you would have just looked at me like, how could you do this to me? Well, when things are going to happen, things are going to happen. It's just battered. How did I manage? How I rattled that bar? Right, get it in the mixer. Nonsense. Held on well, nothing. If he's a good keeper, how come he's already 6-0 down? Both. Oh, why the angry faces? Well, at least you give me angry ones and not the emoji that's got the swearing on it. Then I would be like, oh, you want to kill a pie? Can't go wrong with killie pie. I remember a guy that I used to know. He was an Ayr United fan and he'd sing some half a gibberish. He really did. I didn't like the song he mentioned about Come On. I was like, that's not nice. I mean, who does a thing like that? It wasn't very nice. Terry B was on my live stream last night. He was. It's okay. It's only, well, yeah, I know it's 19 football. So, Bob, question for you. Where do you see where do you see the Scotland game going or Brazil? And do you think Scotland will qualify? Asking for a friend. I signed this boy, the one that's Rojas. I bought him. He's decent. I hope for a draw, but low score defeat might be enough. Yeah. Right. Everybody knows on a football pitch. I'll show you what I. Oh, come on, stop it! It's because I've got the thing on charge and I hate it. I think I was brought a charger cable. My tactic is, right, if I was Steve Clark, right, and where is it? I'll show you. You see the 6-yard box, right, where the keeper's got the ball, right? What I want is the whole 6-yard box that you see there, right? I want every Scotland player to be on that 6-yard box line and not move. And I asked Dave in the chat, right? I asked Dave in the chat, I says, is that allowed to happen? And he says, well, there's no law or rule against it. So,
wasn't just Dave that.
And then Wendy said to me too that there's no rule to stop any club or team doing that.
Right, you remove your bottle of wine boots. I just took it out. I didn't know it was open.
Yes, I finally got somebody agreeing with me. Dave was probably sitting here thinking, Stu, man, you just talk the most utter garbage. Like, well, maybe I've got some sense to this. You've got 11 players on a pitch, right? You've got the goalkeeper, and you've got the defence, and then you've got... So you've got 11 players. Surely 11 players on the 6-yard box don't need to move. Brazil would be like, what is this tactic? Well, I want you, and you to stand on that line and defend it for your life. Like, what kind of position is this, manager? I don't care what position it is. It's happening, and nobody is moving. Well, yeah, I can see FIFA having a right good having a like, what kind of thing is this like? The rules are rules. It does not state that a team has to play outfield in their positions. I mean, it might be unethical, but work. And then if we do end up having Germany, do the same again. Just take it to penalties. Come back for further tips on how to protect your goal net from a Scotland's perspective. I know, but I'm. It might be the worst tactical thing to ever come up with, but I tell you one thing: it sounds like a great idea. Just hug that 6-yard box. That's all you need to do. 3 defenders on one side of each of the box, and the rest of them just huddle round at the front of it and defend it for your life. Do not move from it.
They should be alright, so should they?
Oh, of course they are. You don't need to move. You just defend. That's all you do. See, I was watching one of these mad daft American sports, right? What do you call it? What was the name of it? Motor cars. Come on, Scruff. What's the racetrack that goes around like an oval shape? NASCAR. That's the one. Couldn't have minded there. That'd make for interesting viewing. Just imagine if Steve Clark did that. Could you just see the Scottish media? Like, what is he doing? I mean, imagine it. FIFA would have a meltdown. Brazil would have a meltdown. The whole world would have a meltdown if Scotland did that tactic. And as Dave and Wendy have already looked at the rules of for it to actually take place, there's the FIFA have already stated there's nothing stopping a team doing that. So if FIFA don't have it in rules, then it must be allowed. Just saying. But the second half of the Morocco game, after the second water break, I thought Scotland were actually going to do something. I really did.
Unfortunately, we did.
The only problem that I've kind of got with Steve Clark, right? He's too scared. He's too scared. And I think it's the same with Brendan Rodgers. Too scared. mean, I would love Steve Clark just to say, you know what? Let's take a bit of a gamble here, right? And just go for it. And the formation that I would play, right, is the one that Martin O'Neill came up with. Okay, it's probably been done since the 19 Oatcake, right? But my favourite formation is a 4-4-2 wide diamond. Because where you've got two strikers, you've got an attacking midfielder right behind them to feed them. Yeah, Indy. Well, NASCAR. As we're saying about NASCAR. There was a video that a driver done to get him up to a place for him to qualify. And he just basically said, and I quote this is his thing, and I quote, "I'm not lifting this pedal until I see God or the checkered flag." Right? He qualified. He qualified for it. Need refreshments before the Norway game. Who are Norway playing? Who's Norway got?
Don't know. What in the middle of that?
You take care, Bob. You take care of yourself. I don't even know who's playing the World Cup. All I know is that the Scotland dates. So that's all I know. I haven't even been keeping up with it. I think it'll be different when I get to the last 72. Then I'll probably start doing every game. That'd be interesting. Senegal. Thank you, Bob and Dave. Senegal. I don't even know if the rankings are in this. I mean, I know the people will be a lot different now. Something tells me Norway's going to win that game. Right, back to bread and butter. Fitment. Hey, boss. I'm hoping you might be rotating the squad and would give me a chance to play. If I had my way, you wouldn't be there. I don't even know what the squad's like. Oh, man, that's useless. 2.5 stars. Da, 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 da. Right. Let's go all out attack. And then who have we got? Right. I bought him for a reason. And then I've got him for a reason. Amber's going to disappear. Ledley. Why is Ledley on the bench? Right. That is Neha. Him. And him. I got them on loan. That's more like it. That's my strongest squad at the moment. I'm hoping to keep hold of them. Now, granted, I've still got him. I need to try and do something with him. I got McGregor, and I've still got Scott Brown, James Forrest. So yeah. And then I'll start making my own headway as to who I want. But Zaluska, no chance. Zaluskas, whatever you call him. I never rated him. I didn't rate Zaluskas. I think he was just basically bog standard. Nothing special. Oh man. Too far. So how long is she away from this house then? A horse, Dave? You can? A week. So she's staying at her mum's house for a week. So maybe my brain here is like, and a mumbo jumbo jigsaw puzzle. So you got a mum, a daughter, the mum's son. So you got brother and sister, and then you got the daughter's 3 kids. So mum, daughter, brother, the daughter's 3 kids. So that's no. 6. Am I counting 6?
Yeah, 3 adults, 3 kids.
Oh my. And they're in a 2-bedroom house. Mum, brother, well, mum, the son, the daughter's 3 kids.
Yeah, 6. 3 adults and 3 kids.
Jennifer's an adult.
Well,
Jennifer's certainly she might be 30 or whatever, but she's not an adult. So, 2-bedroom house, where is everybody going to sleep? Man, that is just. Try to fathom that, you know. Where does everybody sleep in a 2-bedroom house?
stop going on about it.
This is what shows you I can't believe it.
The statisticians have been proved right here, haven't they? If you keep shooting, you're going to score, aren't you? The percentage can tell you that, and that certainly happened in this match. Yeah, when you create as many chances as they have, you know, it's always on the cards that they're going to get a few, and it's been fantastic for the strikers, particularly out here. James Collins. He made the ball well. It's a full part of the pitch, but he did it in. It's danger looming. Tom Rogic, and the opponents come in strongly. Surely he's going to score here. Just at the right moment for him. It'll be a big goal in this football match. 2 quick attacks, 2 very quick goals. Well, some beautiful football in the lead up to those goals, and some absolutely clinical finishing as well. Well done, lads. So on the ball. Aggressive play here. The offside. Stops the play. That went up. All good.
I can't believe it's next week the kids come off to. That's mental.
They got it back by an interception. Not easy to get the ball like this in midfield. You need to play with a bright mind, and he's done that, this player. He is so sharp off the mark. And now can he score? Hit the shot. He's drawn it up. And this happening and joyous for him at this new club. Well, he's given him consistency from start to finish. It's a good moment in the match for this team now. They'll think probably that this has won the game by increasing their lead now. They don't need to switch off, but now they're very nearly home, aren't they, with the form that they've shown. Well, I think he's got ice. He might be through. And hits it. Oh, the goalkeeper saved it. Well, those one-on-one situations, he's difficult to go past them. And now top down.
Is that you finished?
Man, don't taste it.
Eh?
Would have been better if they were hot enough to come off the bones a lot cooler.
Well, you could have heated them up, right, Rave?
Bones exploded microwave.
I've never heard of that.
They do. Done it myself.
Back, it's their ball again. A good intercepting play.
Bah. Oh, for Pete's sakes, get out of there.
What we've got here is the away team trying to do a double, having absolutely destroyed the home team with the receive on their own ground. So now, for the home team, there's a chance to revenge. They want that revenge. Reminded them of that because it was humiliating that day. So, chance to make amends.
What a goal. What a smash that was. That was like turn bang. Man, that was a rocket.
They're stunned. The home supporters absolutely stunned by their team being so outplayed. I haven't seen it too often where their team has been as poor as it has been here. Roberts. Now Brown. Tom Rogic. Joe Ledley. I don't like to use the word panic, but I think it's appropriate here. McGinnis got it now.
Oh, that wasn't far away.
He must have scored out of it's a miskick, really. He just needed a sweeter connection and he
Oh, well, at least we got a week in peace and quiet, darling.
Hello.
Oh. No banging. No thumping.
driving luck. He really connected. Well done, the keeper.
Oh.
Judgment there to make that interception and clear the ball away. To Robertson. It could be it. Shots on here. He really is on top of his ball and on top of the opposition. Now they've made it 5 now.
I must be wasting those.
Well, they've been
Who was that from?
here. That's a sign of better things to come.
I'm having them for lunch tomorrow.
So make sure you do.
Great resistance from the goalkeeper.
Oh, it will be.
Really well struck shot.
But
Yeah,
what's that?
my lunch. That was Hmm. Are you still here, Dave? I've still got a question to ask you.
Party?
Has there been any sign or any kind of info on Celtic making any signings, or is it still nothing?
So is that your husband?
Hmm?
Is that your husband?
My chicken bacon Caesar wraps. Hmm. Well, I've seen Johnny Kenny's training. Who else was there? There's about 3 or 4 of them are in training at the moment. That's the last I heard. Now,
This is a great indication that the manager knows what he's talking about. A hat trick today for him, and you can see why they pushed the boat out to sign him. Yeah, I think as the season's gone on, he's got better and better, culminating with a fantastic hat trick here. The player's got into space. He's got the goal. Great resistance from the goalkeeper. So really well struck shot. Not too many excuses for that, because a good effort.
yo, Daniel. We seen Bruski. No, the person told me that was Kevin. I mean, I think there's only what 4 or 5 maximum that are in training since they're not at the World Cup.
Simple save from an ambitious effort.
Oh.
I'd be hoping to do better. Really, that wasn't very good. Well held by the goalkeeper. That headed pass keeps the mood going. Joe Ledley. Here's the Governor General of this team. Passed it, gets it back, passes it again, wants it back. Kevin Thompson. Kane. Oh, the strikers stopped there as they broke away. Good defending. Now Brown. Surely he's going to score here. Here's the shot. There's so much pace in the football these days. Counter-attacking like this is thrilling to watch. The substitution in the middle post they have got on the count, so they were impossible to stop them.
Yep. I don't know where we're going to go.
Tom Rogic. He has to clear it. And he's going to shoot.
I don't know where Celtic are going to be next season.
He'll never forget. One of the most one-sided games that I've ever seen. So there we are at half-time, and one team has really established its superiority here and leads with plenty of goals in the back. I think as we reflect on the first half, that the manager has said to his players, look, after the first half, there's only one team in it. Another 45 minutes left.
But there is news apparently that Hatate has officially gone. So I believe I've been told that Haggis Nipis Atatius has officially left.
Scott Robertson, James Forrest. Here's Brown. Mulgrew. Excellent
Oh
positioning.
my.
The interception is made. James Collins. He's got space.
So I thought that'd cheer you up a bit, Dave.
He got the goal.
A Haggis Nipis Atatius are gone.
James Collins. He's got support here. Kane. Now Brown.
So I thought I'd give you that news.
Another goal for them, stretching out in front. It's a marvellous finish, Martin. He's in the right place at the right time there. Wonderful goal. One of the most one-sided games that I've ever seen. He's in behind them, takes the shot off. Really well hit. And the keeper did well to get down to it. Corner kick coming up. He's got his fist about. Shots on here. And the player gets in the way. Made a great block. Got another one. Went in there like the best of strikers, really. And he did get the goal.
Thank you.
Determined to get on the end of that.
Oh, robbed. Robbed. Boof. Oh, man. Ah. Oh, I need to solve. So yes, I can boogie. I can play my favorite song. I can boogie, boogie, boogie all night long.
Quite congested midfield. Good passing from this team. Collins. That's a real tussle for the ball. Surely he's going to score here. He slipped his man. No time for an extra touch after the tackle. He's out of harm's way. Tom Rogic. Keeper an easy ride. Particular save anyway.
What day are we on? Tuesday.
Right.
Shots on here. Hit the post. This is very confident defending. It's done the job.
Oh,
I'm just asking you a question.
More chances, I'm sure. Finish better than he did then.
I don't know who's talking about that. I've got one person here. Thank you for hanging out, whoever you are.
Line. Possession in the midfield area. Harry Thompson. They tried to keep it, but they haven't been able to do that. Right. The interceptor has got the ball here. Well, he has to go. Good to score here. Very good performance from these players. And another goal for them. Stretching out in front. Yeah, they were head and shoulders above the opposition at the moment.
No. Do, 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 do. Go on, Speedy Gonzalez. Wallop. Off the post. Right, swap you and you. And you come off. That one.
He's played well today, Alan, hasn't he? He really has played well. And sometimes when you come in mid-season in the January, not too easy, but goodness me, he's hit the ground running. Yeah, he came with a big reputation, and he's clearly a confident lad. He showed that out there, the way he integrated with his new mates. Okay.
Only because I knew what I was looking for.
With a tackle, knocked it away. Great piece of defending. Craig. Matthews.
Oh, useless.
They got the ball back through a very good interception. The pass not completed really. Adam Matthews. Joe Ledley. Scott Robertson in midfield. They got it back by an interception. Van Dijk. Here's Brown. Matthews. Van Dijk. And we have 9 remaining minutes. This is the chance. And it goes for goal. Corner to be taken. The corner wasn't defended at all well, nor was the chance taken well. No, and they will be relieved because they switched off the defenders there. And it's a header. Very, very well worked corner, but they missed the target at the end of it. And maybe that's a chance for them. They should have done better from that angle. He's going to shoot. That's a great block. It's a goal. I'm sure you remember from your own playing days when you're so far ahead that you can actually just relax, throw a bit right in the ball, and score again. To keep the defenders now, trying to get upfield and get themselves on the score sheet. I think he's got ice running through his veins, this boy, because his clinical nature there to the bottom corner knew exactly what he wanted to do. And that shot's on here. Great resistance from the goalkeeper. A really well struck shot. They're keeping the pressure on with all these corners. Check on the corner count. Well hit and well saved. the ball. That's a great interception. Van Dijk. Good Jones. James Collins. Ball's got away from it. He's a dominant defender. It's another strong tackle. That's a bad mess of the circumstances. No excuse to say, well,
Oh.
it might be a good idea just to get a fresh player off and cement their position as they look to hold on to this lead. Kane. To the Jones. Collins. Comes in with the tackle. It's a great effort by the winners here. The final whistle is yours. They can celebrate this win with plenty of goals. As a match, it was rather one-sided, wasn't it? Because there was a capacity of one team to dominate the football. Nonetheless, it was very humiliating for the inferior team. They just didn't get into it. But there was really only one thing in that game, and their fans will be travelling home delighted with their big victory. I'll take you the full match highlights, and next time, I've been Jeff Delpit. Bye for now.
Oh.
Over now to give you the classified results.
Thanks, Martin. And now, the Clydesdale
Mouch.
Hibernian 0, Celtic lots. Inverness Caledonian Thistle 3, St Mirren 0. St Johnston 1, Ross County 0. Let's see what that means for the league tables. At the top of the table remain Celtic with 81 points. In second, Motherwell with 46 points, with a game in hand on the team above. In third, Inverness Caledonian Thistle with 46 points, and only behind on goal difference. In fourth, Aberdeen with 45 points, with a game in hand on the team above. Bottom of the table, St Mirren with 11 points. Third bottom, Kilmarnock with 18 points, with a game in hand on the team above.
Hmm.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Scottish Football League. Today, Celtic against St Mirren. Midway through the season, and what contrasting fortunes these two have had. Leaders against the side who currently prop up the table. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Now, a lot of you follow Scottish football very closely, and Alan Smith is with me, Martin Tyler, for today's game.
Delighted to be here. As the first place team faces the bottom one, it's easy for the league leaders to come out here and expect a performance and relax a little bit. That's the danger. Their manager will have been emphasising trying to avoid not just moving forward.
Shane McDuffie is our match official for this game. And the player working hard to stay in possession. Thompson might have been caught in here. It's a sign of better things to come. McGregor. That's very well read. And that's a very good interception. He's enjoying a sticky spell at the moment, but they're asking him to play his way through it, Alan.
Surprised that I really thought that the manager would give him a little rest to watch on from the sidelines, but no.
come the supporting cast for it. They've got to do it now. It may be an opportunity. Now can he score? Just squeeze his foot at it, and he did.
A little bit of action for him, and he needs to work on that.
Here's Thompson. Jimmy. That's a really important challenge. They would have been in. We would have. Very safe goalkeeping to make the stop, keep hold of the ball. Pass with the head that's worked out very well. Opportunity here. Jimmy. Here's the cross. Taken on the ball. Oh. Setting the standards here, the skipper.
Yeah, just when the team wanted somebody to lead from the front, he's done it yet again. Now, no wonder the goal scorer's going over to congratulate his teammates, because that was a wonderful toss.
And the score is 1-0. Jimmy. Can he turn away from the challenge here? Tracking well here. Not easy to get the ball like this in midfield. You need to play with a bright mind, and he's done that, this player. And McLean. In it goes. He has to clear it. Now, pace. It's in here. And the trap. It's the trap. For this team. It was a very right movement.
I think he was. He's done himself justice. He's proved that he was worth all the effort to bring it to the cup.
Goal that's been put away in fine fashion.
Well, do you know what? I think the keeper should have held that and left that, but he's fumbled it, has cost his team there.
Now it's 2-0. McGregor. The chance.
Well, just have to look at the replay. Whether it did take a lot, he'll be hoping it did.
Good control here. Quite congested midfield, but good passing from this team. You win it. Look at that. Defender dealt with it full. He had his cheeks there, he was worried. Mitchell. Turnover, possession here. Positional play is really good. Stopped him practically just as well. The approach play looks very encouraging. Going into the moment, flag from his assistant. It was offside.
Probably side, but
it upfield. It's one back. Third Burrington. Gonna be goal, surely. Into the chance. He's weaker foot. Sometimes you just have a swing and if you connect sweetly, you get a spectacular goal that surprises you as much as the opposite.
Yeah, when you don't connect sweetly, it looks a little bit embarrassing, and it did out there.
This player has been out of touch. He's going to start again.
Well, he is, and the manager's sticking with him, hoping that he'll come out the other end of this 4-4.
The danger. Let's think about that. It's a very good piece of intercepting there. He was strong. No tussle for the ball. Chance for it. Good strike. And it's match winner save. Changes feet.
Why can't I just cross it over him, man?
Finishing his career.
But only he knows when it's right. He might be feeling his body. You know, you need to think long and hard before making such